I can't think of a better place to sit and talk to you about this topic than just on the porch. Boone, my 18-month-old, is in bed. We've had a nice, relaxing weekend. My daughter is playing in a water table. She knows that I'm doing a video, and she's promised that she's going to be really, really good. And I'm just relaxed. I'm looking out at the water. There's a breeze. Life is good. And life gets to be good. Like, that's the whole point of life. So I want to talk about, are you pressing the hard button or the easy button in your business, and equally your life, because they do connect. And there is confusion, and I want to clear the confusion up in this episode of like, well, easy like means that I don't have to put in any effort, and that's not true. That's not true. So we're going to break this all down. We're going to talk about how you can make it easier this week alone. Like, this week alone, you can make it easier. Logically, we say, like, of course, Nellie, of course I'm pressing the easy button. But if I were to follow you around for a whole week, and in your life and in your business, would you truly be pressing the easy button, like actively, by your actions? And I'll explain what that means here in a second, because when we can be more aware of our actions and press the easy button more than we're pressing the hard button, we can just honestly enjoy the process so much more. And equally, you don't get a gold medal for it being harder. So why would we choose the harder route? Like, to me, that's when like your ego is getting involved, and it's like, well, I must put blood, sweat, and tears in. I must work, 24/7. I need to have that grit. I need to have that hustle story. And like, I'm going to be real with you, coming from somebody that has lived and breathed that, like, it's exhausting. It can create so many unnecessary challenges, both mentally, physically, even financially too, when you press the hard button. So I want this to be just like a true wake up of like, are you truly pressing the easy button? How can you more if you're like, if you have that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I am not pressing the easy button and I'm calling myself forward. There's so much power in that moment. And so I'm just excited for you if that is your moment. So huge shout out to Rebecca with Authors Allies that is sponsoring this episode. She is all about helping you market your book that you spent so much time and love and energy putting into it. So choosing to press the easy button, get her free resource, join her membership. It'll absolutely help if you have been writing a book, or if you've been thinking about it. She can still have you join her membership and still support you. But there's so much that goes into marketing a book, and just knowing somebody that's been in the industry can be so helpful to really like break down the steps and have that accountability and support. Hey, Em, can we not shoot water gun while I'm doing this? Can you wait just a hot second? Please? Just 1 second. No. Anyways, contact Rebecca. You will not regret it. She's so passionate about authors, and you're in very, very good hands. So make sure you get a hold of her, grab her free resources, join her membership. Okay, so let's talk about pressing the hard button and pressing the easy button. So ironically, an easy way to really look for where you're pressing the hard button, because you could be pressing both. You could be pressing the easy button and you could be pressing the hard button with certain things. So an easy way to identify if you are pressing the hard button or where you're pressing the hard button is to think about what feels heavy, what feels exhausting, what feels daunting, what feels overwhelming. Again, we do not get a gold medal when things are harder, exhausting, frustrating, daunting. And equally, we can't avoid for so long. And so I've been really unraveling a lot in my life, if you've been following my journey, and really even in my business, and just living more minimalist. And it has really just impacted every fiber in me. It's impacted my business. It's impacted people around me. It's impacted my life. Like, I just find so much peace and so much calmness, and I feel so much safer pressing the easy button, because I really do believe we press the hard button, even though logically we know we don't get a gold medal. That's so cool, honey. It's a happy face. I love it. We don't get a gold medals, and we know that logically, but if we don't feel safe pressing the easy button and living in that ease, that calmness, if we've never felt that for long periods of time, it can feel incredibly unsafe. So I've really been enjoying feeling safe in that over time. And so if you find that you are pressing the hard button a lot and you're in constant stress, you're in constant chaos, you're in constant overwhelm, a lot of it is probably past decisions, right, that you've made, and they've been stacking up a lot like debt, right? There's so many forms of debt that no one talks about. Task debt, sleep debt, cleaning debt, organizing debt, clutter debt, right? Like like your mind having so much clutter in it, and then clutter around you. Like, there's so much debt, and debt didn't get there overnight, right? Like, debt got there by a series of decisions, one after the other. And debt is not bad either, but when it starts to not feel good, right? So that's the hard button. When it starts to not feel good, the overwhelm, the exhaustion, the burnout, the heaviness, right? The dauntingness. So when it starts to not feel good, and you're like, this does not feel good, I don't want to live here anymore, that's when you get to choose, you know what? How can I make this easier? With anything that's going on, right? Like, how can I make this easier? How can I take the pressure off of me? How can I enjoy this more? How can I just release and let go? And so when you can identify the list of everything that feels heavy and slowly start working through it, you will naturally start to press the easy button more. Like, the fact that we wake up tomorrow and we don't have to rush to school. I don't have to rush to dropping them off at daycare. I have no babysitter coming over. I will still work my business. Are you excited? Yeah. But we're just gonna, like, be together. Feels so exciting. What do you see? Ducklings? Oh, they're so cute. See, it's the little things in life. Show them. I don't know if I... Here, let's see if I can show them the ducklings.
Who wants to see the ducklings?
Can you see them? I can't zoom in, I don't think. They're over there. That's so cool.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Anyways, back to... That was a commercial break.
There's the mama.
There's the mama. Oh, they're all together. See? They're meant to be together. But anyways, so just like debt, right? It didn't get there overnight. You've got to make your payments. You've got to stop the overspending to get debt to stop. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's just you're choosing again. And so the easy button and the hard button are the same way. You've got to make the payments, right? Like, if you're noticing so much stress, so much pressure in your life and your business, you got to make the payments, right? You got to keep making them, but you'll start to feel the release. So how you're going to start to feel the results this week is literally making that list of, like, what is everything in my life, everything in my business that feels hard, frustrating, slow, exhausting, daunting. I guarantee you, if you were to send me that list, we could knock out a few this week. Like, if you and me were working together privately, you could send me that list and be like, okay, this, like, my kitchen feels exhausting. Okay, let's knock that out. Put your earbuds in, and I guarantee you'd feel better, right? And so there is a period of time when you are transitioning from always pressing the hard button or pressing it more than you're pressing the easy button. And so there's this period of time where you're in the messy middle, is what I call it. And the messy middle is messy. You're in lots of different emotions. You're putting in the effort. So things may still feel hard. But when we can start to shift the mindset of like, you know what, like I'm taking ownership of this. This is not a forever thing. How can I make this more enjoyable? You start to release that heaviness even when you're still in the messy middle, which is really nice. And so you can be in the messy middle and actually be loving your life. You can have so much joy. You can have so much success. You can have so much ease in your life, even when you are in the messy middle. And that's actually a really good thing when you're already feeling it, because what I don't want for you is when you're in the messy middle and it still feels hard, frustrating, daunting. That's not good. That is not good, because you are still being attached to the feeling of hard. And so when we're still attached to that, you're not going to feel fully safe in it being easy. And so the quicker we can start to have you feel safe in it feeling easy, feeling simple, feeling enjoyable, and you feeling safe in that, you will self-sabotage way less. You will enjoy yourself way more, and you'll welcome more of those feelings in. That is key. Like, that is absolutely key. Like, I have been attracting the most amazing humans into my world, and it's no accident. It's because of the work that I've been putting in for months and months and months. Before they even showed up, I was energetically preparing for them. And I think that that's so important to acknowledge, of like, it can't be always for instant gratification. Like, do I want you to feel instant relief? For sure. Do I want you to see instant sales? Absolutely. But good things, I do believe, do take time. Like, we do get to be patient. How we are able to be less patient is being more persistent. This is where your habits come into play. This is where your environment comes into play. This is where your mindset come into play. So if you find that you're not a very patient person, work on the persistency, and that will speed it up so much. So you don't have to be patient for too long. But there is a series of, like, there's a period of time where you do get to be patient for like the big things. I have a silly 6-year-old over here. So I want you to make that list, and I want you to start getting relief. You will be well on your way, and then I want you to start looking for where you can make it easier outside of the hard list. It is a huge misconception that you're not putting in effort when things are easy, and that's not true. You are absolutely, like, I put in effort every single day into my life, into my business. Like, think about your house, think about your health and fitness, think about your marriage, think about your relationship with your kids, think about your friends, think about, your marketing, your business. Like, everything does take effort, but when we put different energy around it, that is the secret sauce. The energy, like the juicy energy mixed with the juicy, delightful effort, is what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. And it is a choice, and we can really get you in that energy and that effort more easily, that it starts to become a habit. Like, I don't have to think twice about going on Facebook Live. I don't have to think twice about going to my stories, creating a reel, even sending an email to my list, creating products for my business. I don't have to think twice about cleaning my house. I don't have to think twice about texting my husband. Like, I have had moments, some mornings, where I was like, oh my gosh, did I send him a message? And I did. That's how autopilot, how habitual my life is, that sometimes I'm like, wait, did I do the thing? I'm like, oh yes, I did. I did do the thing. So that's what we're looking for here. And I've had so many moments recently where I'm like, this feels so good, like, and I don't feel unsafe. And that is a huge moment that I have been wanting for a while, where I'm like I had sales coming in to Wealthy Mama Movement this weekend very easily, very organically. And I was just like, this is awesome. Like, I didn't feel unsafe. I didn't feel unworthy. Like, that felt really, really good. I've been working through the block of feeling like enough, and I really feel it speeding up the process of like it feeling really, really good, and not feeling bad. So that's a huge milestone. So I always try to be a walking testimonial of the work that I preach, and I practice it every single day, and I am a student just as much as I am a teacher, and I so want this for you. There's no way to mess this up. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're not in our wealthy mama world, I would love for you to be in our online business school. Even if you haven't started a business yet, I really think you should still be in there. Like, that may sound crazy, but I got into this personal development world before I even had a business. And it can be one of the best things that you do, just to be a sponge and learn and listen and see what's possible. And I'm so grateful that I did that. Honestly, like 8-9 years ago now. It's wild how long ago it was. I think it was 9 years ago, because it was right around when we got married. And we're almost at our 9-year anniversary. So wow, that's crazy. What? That's so crazy. Yeah. I want to say it might even be pushing 10 years. What? That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Life goes so fast. So I'm excited for you. Get into this world. We are really striving to have affordable, high quality online education for busy moms. So no matter where you're at on your journey, if you haven't even started yet, if you've just started, if you've been on the journey for a while, like, I really want this to be a safe space for all women to win. And we literally meet you where you're at. So I'm super excited for you, and just check us out. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But press that easy button this week. You'll be so glad that you did. Okay. And I love you.